What is up, everyone? Welcome to Fairway Media's coverage of the 2023 NADGT Zanfel Premier Tour in Oregon, presented by Mint Discs. I am Peter Artman, here with my other commentating partner, Cory Jones. How are you feeling about this event today?
Stoked, man. Blue Lake is a gem, and I'm looking forward to see how they play it.
Yeah, Blue Lake is a great staple of Oregon disc golf, and we are going to be seeing this is the FA1 coverage. Here we have the four players here: Christina Hansman, Sierra Studnick, Ashley Kikukawa, and Gabrielle Myers.
Yeah, it should be a fun event. They were playing for quite a lot of stuff. The NADGT really sets up the amateur leeway into pro if you make it to the top of the field, and Blue Lake is definitely going to be a test.
Dyed in their 3-feather custom.
Here we have Dennis Stoneman presenting some of the prizes they get.
You get to choose what hole you will compete against, and you'll choose how you want to compete, whether it be a long drive, long putt, CTP, however you want to compete, and the winner gets to keep this forever.
Oh, baby.
Just on your card.
That's kind of cool. They give some flexibility to the card to choose how they want to compete over it.
Yeah, no, that's always good. Kind of like, when they decide the OBs and how the players, want to continue.
Right,
I like that about disc golf.
Congratulations. Thank you for coming and competing under our 2023 NADGT Premier Championship Tour right here in beautiful Portland, Oregon. We're kicking it off at Blue Lake. Thank you guys so much.
And beautiful it is.
Yes.
Congratulations being our
As you know, the Pacific Northwest, you don't always get this lovely weather.
And Championship Sunday. Great job. Yeah,
this take place in May, early May, so this should be a good card. No weather issues as it looks, but you never know.
Here we have Dave Feldberg giving a little bit more information about what they can win.
And that'll be covered by Disc Golf Network. Winners win 5 to 10 grand plus tour cards. Oh my gosh. So you can skip. So what that means is, it means that you could turn pro and you're still eligible for that event next year. It's in January. So you could skip the amateur national championships if you want to turn pro. You can win as much cash and get as high as rated as you want. You come that, you still win a tour card and cash and go pro.
Disc Golf Tour Pro Tour
Kicking it off.
Premier Tour Series FA1 lead card. Starting off your women's amateur 1 lead card, Christina Hansman.
Yep, let's set it off. And so, first hole.
They have it playing as a par 3 according to the graphics. I've seen it go par 3, go par 4, either way. Very low ceiling, as you can see, the entire way. OB right, OB left. It's definitely a daunting task to step up and have your first throw of the round be here.
Yeah, like you said, low ceiling is going to be kind of the biggest factor on this hole. But otherwise, pretty much straight shot. Setting up for
Next to tee,
par, hopefully.
Women's amateur 1 lead card, Sierra.
Yeah, and I think it might actually be playing as a par 4, according to scoring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looking at the little scorecard here. Yeah, par 4, 455.
Yeah, really the big challenge you can see as that one went a little too high is just it's a long tunnel shot. I've seen a lot of the higher level players opting for rollers on this hole to be able to attack, but if you can just keep it low and straight, it's not too hard to navigate 455 down that tunnel.
Yeah, definitely the pro play is the roller, but easier said than done. That's from my experience.
Great shot.
Oh yeah, just below the branches. Good setup.
Dead center. Love to see it.
Rounding off your women's amateur 1 lead card, Gabrielle Myers.
Do a little last-minute disc selection.
It's important to have options.
Yes. Let's see if it pays off. Oh, just a little low.
Yeah, you can see that ceiling really getting into her head there. A little bit of those first throw jitters as well coming into a final 9, being on lead card, being on coverage. That can definitely change your mentality a bit.
Oh, 100%. The camera adds a big factor in that. We'll see how this plays out for each of these players.
Going to be some fairly routine up shots from where everybody's at right here. Again, most of the trouble is just left and right, and being in the center there, you don't have to worry about that too much unless you throw a pretty errant shot.
Yeah, as we see, or as we're going to see, Blue Lake is fairly open, but as you get more to the course, you're just going to want to stay out of that shrubbery. Most of the tall grass will be OB.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenging course. There is a mix of some pretty technical shots. Distance is also a must out here for a lot of the different shots that you're going to have out here.
Yes, yeah, you play a lot of golf at Blue Lake. Yeah, pretty much got some up shots here, and we got about a 50-footer. Ooh, looks like she was in line, just a little short.
Yeah, getting that first hole out of the way, it's important. Everybody kind of usually shakes their nerves off by the first couple holes, and as long as you don't make any really big mistakes, you can carry on. And that was a good bid just off the top there.
Yeah. Good finish. Some good neutral golf from Sierra.
Yeah, starting with a par is never a problem. An unfortunate bogey there for Gabrielle.
Yeah, rough start at the tee, but I'm sure she'll pick it up. Bogey for Christina, and 2 pars, 2 bogeys.
All right, this here, hole 2, 425, par 3. You can see that tree cluster on the right is where the basket lives, and similar to hole 1, you can see the left side lined with those flags. All that tall grass is OB, and making it usually beyond the fence line to your right is OB. It could be played as the road. I've seen it go both ways, but either way, pretty much just a straightforward tunnel shot, 425, and you just want to get it close. It kind of feels like more than 425 sometimes, especially trying to get underneath that tree line at the end, but as long as you keep it inbounds, it's pretty attackable for a par 3.
Yeah, and I think with this shot, it's going to be the second shot that really is the factor here, because we're all setting up pretty well, but yeah, when you either hit some shrub with some of the pre-existing trees before the tee or for the basket, it's going to really either decide if you set up for par or for bogey.
That was a great shot there.
Yeah, good line drive. Like that, yeah.
Well, a lot of players are going to opt for that left to right angle if they can, because the pin does kind of stay to the left side of that tree line. You can get a backhand through there, but I think it's a little bit safer. You have a lot more room to work from left to right over here. So
yeah, if you have the forehand, it's going to help you out. Get through. There we go. In the shade. Looks like that's the prime area for getting up and down.
Yeah, once you're up in that tree line, unless you find yourself directly behind one, it's fairly open. You can see you have circle 1.5 to circle 2, depending on which tree you might be next to. But once you're up in the canopy there, it's definitely something you can putt at.
Yeah, and just a good bid. Little short there. Very close.
Great putt.
Yeah, great putt. Fortunately for bogey, but at least taking less damage.
Well, Blue Lake is going to do that to the best players, the worst players, any player that get outs there. It's this course has some teeth, and it'll show it early on.
Yeah, might be some camera jitters on that one.
Right in the center there, good clean at par for Christina.
Get the bogey tap in, just some nice tap ins here. And looks like Christina got one on the field here, on the card.
So this hole is going to be one of the early ones, really showing what Blue Lake offers in a lot of different holes out on the course. There's a big tree line you can see to the left there, and the hole kind of doglegs left around that corner. So placement on your first shot is very important, because once you see you get around the corner, there's going to be a tight tunnel and a lot to deal with once you get up there.
Yeah, no, I've played this course once, and yeah, even looking at the footage, it's very intimidating once you even get around that corner, and we'll see here in a sec.
Yeah, this is one of those holes where realistically it's just placement off the tee, and then you're kind of navigating a whole different hole at that point. Like the real challenge is once you make it around that corner. As you can see here, they have a tunnel they have to get through. Everything to the right and left of that is OB. You can kind of get over a little bit of an OB area to the right there, but most players are going to want to just keep it down the tunnel, and you can see why it's so important to have a clean tee shot, because anything out of position here is going to cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, and actually good placement shots from all 4 of them. So
100%.
Yeah, here we have, I mean, they're all pretty much bulked right in the same area, so good strategy. And really the key is just to, get it right in the center of that little hole cubby spot, and hopefully just take as little damage as possible. No OBs, and we might have, just
on the edge. We'll have to see how that one plays out. But again, everything lining the left side, the right side. A good thing about this course is they make it pretty easy to see, in the sense that if it looks like it's OB, it's OB. Pretty much they keep the fairways short, and it allows you to see that. But this is one of those holes that just has OB everywhere.
Yeah, anything overgrown, you can be pretty rest assured that it's not good where it landed.
That was a good shot there.
Yeah, a great upshot. And looks like the whole card's debating on
I mean, if you go straight from
where it's out, and I guess they determined that is in fact out of bounds.
Yeah, and because sometimes it can be up to conversation with, like, is this the short grass, is this a long grass? They do have flags there, and so in that case they tend to just go from point to point in between flags, which will create a straight line that maybe doesn't follow the natural curve of the course, but if you have to fall back on something visually, it'll often be those flags.
Right, yeah, it can be subjective based on how long each post is, and
absolutely,
what's around there. Gabrielle with a good run, little low. Ooh, and
just a little shy on that one.
From just inside circle. Gonna miss that one as well.
Good bids, just a little left, little right. Kind of finding the groove here early on, and again, as we said, if you've never been in a lead card situation, let alone on coverage with, as you heard Dave talking about earlier, the chance to win $5,000 to $10,000, a pro card. Like, most amateur players will go an entire amateur career without touching anything near that level. So there's got to be a lot on the minds of these players today.
No, right. That's a very good point. It's what you're seeing here is kind of a lot of make or break moments, thinking that what's on the line each time they putt. They're going, wow, $5,000 to $10,000.
Disc golf keeps growing. At the Power Disc Golf Academy, we believe in adding power to the player to level up their game. That's why Paul Ulibarri, a top 50 ranked player, is taking the past 18 years of teaching disc golf and boiling it down into lessons across every subject. From driving, to putting, to drills, to practice, to mental game, and much more, all to give you the power to grow as a player. Grow your game with the Power Disc Golf Academy.
some motivation,
All right, showing off the, well, not necessarily a CTP prize, I guess kind of. Like I said in the beginning, they said, it could be long drive, it could be long putt. They kind of get to decide. And if they're showing it off, they may be playing for it here on hole 4, 295 feet, par 3. Again, as is going to be pretty common on the course, anything not short grass is going to play as OB. So this plays as pretty much just a tunnel shot that you can see tightens up right near the pin. So these players are going to want to just get it close. You can ace run this one of the more runnable holes on the course. But as you see, the OB does really tighten up right there next to the basket.
Yeah. Really some good rips.
Yeah, great shot there, right in the middle. Yeah, for anyone that's in the Portland area and is looking for a challenge, Blue Lake is that challenge. There's so many good courses in the greater Portland area, but Blue Lake is definitely a gem.
Yeah, Milo, Bushers Bend, Blue Lake, probably the top 3.
Yeah, Pier Park is a very popular one. Dabney, like there's a lot in the kind of greater Portland area, but yeah, Blue Lake is a great course. Nice shot. Buxton is another great course out in that area. Nice private course, pay to play, but support disc golf and have your chance at a nice little private course, disc golfers only. Little step through there, good bid.
Yeah, good bid from Gabrielle as well. previously. See if Action can convert. Oof, just flashing it.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they're the ladies are starting to get their confidence and kind of get into the swing of things, which is important. Another good bid just outside right for her. But again, as you'll see, the more you progress through this course, there's no real kickback casual hole per se. Like, it's pretty much put your foot down and play the best you can the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's time to get the grips, shake off those missed putts, and stay in the fairway.
Moving on to hole 5, this one is a long one, 590 feet, and this is going to be similar to hole 3. As you can see in the graphic on the top right of your screen, you want to play a placement shot out 300-ish, kind of towards that little bush tree. Unfortunate OB there. But you want to just get it straight out so that you can throw nearly 90 degrees to your right. That one's going to be in the cabbage for sure.
That one might be lost, yeah.
And yeah, this is another one that placement off the tee is really paramount, because once you get to the point that you have to turn that 90-degree angle, you're throwing up over a blind hill into a portion of the fairway that again is just like lined with OB all around. So
yeah, this is a very unique hole to Blue Lake, and you know they're kind of getting to that. I mean, they're probably halfway to like the crux point to where you'll see where the basket is. But yeah, very weird placement. I mean, of any course I've played, this hole's very unique, and oh, damn.
Unfortunate long left there.
Yeah, I had the right idea. Just needed to curl out a little sooner.
Yeah, the hill that you can see to your right, that is, you know, as it gets to the top, kind of where the corner of that fence line is, the hole is directly behind that by, from where these players are, 300 or more feet, and either side of that is again lined with OB. So that's going to be an interesting shot. That does play in bounds usually when you make it up over that fence. There's not going to be a whole lot of angle to attack the green from there. But again, yeah, this is just a very, very much, for a lot of people, it's going to be 2 placement shots.
Yeah, great shot from Gabrielle. That was a really good blind shot from her.
100%.
Could not go in OB. And let's see.
It's going to be right on the edge. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. See her right on the edge here.
If this flexes out, this is going to be nice. As long as it gets down, you can now kind of see the pin as it zooms in a little bit. There is some room behind it, and it widens up to the right side of the pin. The pin is much closer to the left side OB. Didn't quite see that one finish. We'll have to see where she's at when she approaches it, but
oh,
great up shot.
Yeah, great up shot. Safe, but a good one.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those holes that you're gonna benefit from getting out, getting a practice round in, you know, making your notes in your caddy book or whatever. But this is, in my opinion, one of the holes that really does kind of show the design principles behind Blue Lake.
Yeah, and that's good to actually to mention is that, like, that's kind of the next level of being a pro player, is actually taking those types of notes for a course like this.
Absolutely, and that's why you'll see most top players in whatever field they're in, they spend the time practicing, they find their landing zones, and outside of that, if you don't land in the zones you practice in, then you got to fall back on just your, you know, your raw abilities and what you know your discs can do. But in a course like this, it is very important to know where you want to land, because it's paramount to be in the right spot, especially when more than one shot tends to be a placement shot.
Yeah. Unfortunate triple bogey for Christina Hansman. Just some tap-ins here. Yep. Yeah, some doubles.
Yeah, this is one of those holes. Again, it's going to get anybody out there. Now on hole 6, 270, you can see the short grass kind of winding left to right around that mound. This one is throwing over OB. At 270, it's pretty straightforward once you clear that, but again, this is one of the ones that you have to initially throw over OB, so depending on the line you take, you could end up only progressing 20 feet forward.
Right, yeah, just a definite trust shot here. Looks like they're all making good leeway of it so far.
Yeah, even with the amount of OB that's on this hole, this is definitely one of the more straightforward attackable holes on the course. So if there was anything you could classify as a must-get, this would be on that list.
Yes, yeah. Looking like that to be the case, yeah.
Good rip there.
See some good conversions. Looks like Gabrielle got stuck a little early.
Flash in the chains.
She keeps getting she's dialing it in a little closer, little by little.
Yeah, those forehand shots, those up shots are coming in real clean for Gabrielle.
Taking the wide shot, good placement.
Yeah, seeming from that camera angle, it looked as if they were throwing from OB. They may not have actually crossed the initial OB line, and that's one of those things that's going to happen on the hole. Outside of that, once you're up here, you can see another great bid. Once you're past that initial OB, it's fairly wide open, but that is the danger on this one.
Let's misjudge I guess it was a little uphill too, so.
Yeah, it kind of is.
There.
And it's one of those things where even as a player, when you throw, you don't know if you're OB or not until you get up there. So
Find out the bad news.
letting those chains settle a little bit. Great putt.
For the double, but cleaning it up. And the last cleanup here.
The two of us are not so different. We know that success is when opportunity meets preparation. So we prepare with equipment selection, form, timing, release, and perfecting our execution. Because at the end of the day, it's all about that feeling. The course may look different, but the feeling is the same.
All right, here we are, hole 7. By all accounts, one of the iconic holes on Blue Lake. Par 5, 945 feet. This one is just a monster the whole way there. You're going to have OB left, OB right, multiple low ceiling tunnels to get to. And that one got caught up in a tree on the right. But yeah, regardless of your skill level on this hole, this is a challenge.
Yeah, this one seems to be like all the treacheries of Blue Lake put into one hole.
Absolutely.
Low ceiling, plenty of chance for OB, just long, just all of the things you would hate for a challenge.
Well, and even if you think about it in the sense that it's 950 feet, if you could throw 4 250-foot shots, which, you know, doesn't seem like much if you're competing in a tournament, none of these 250-foot shots are easy. Every different one is going to have its own level of challenge, a new tunnel, a new angle, and depending on if you make it to the left, the right, the center, it dramatically changes how you have to attack. And as you get up to the green, it starts to slope downhill, and traditionally in the past, the grass kind of goes away down there by the green, so you get some more ground play as well.
Yeah, like you were saying too, this would be one of those holes that you should take notes on and say, where do I want to be placed for this shot, the
Absolutely.
second shot, the third shot, what trees are going to mess with me the most. Yeah, because even though it is relatively straightforward in the sense that it does just go straight nearly the entire way, you don't have much left or right to deal with. It all depends on your power level. Do you throw backhand? Do you throw forehand? So yeah, it's definitely one you want to study a bit before you get out there. That's a nice looking shot. You can just see the top of the basket there. Yeah, good rip from Ashley there. Got wide open shot for Gabrielle. Clean it up, but went to the right a little too much.
Yeah, probably looking for a little bit of flex back on that one.
Yeah, needed more air for that.
Caught a little tree at the end there. See if she's dialed this one in. She's been throwing those pretty well. It's going to have a little bit of a roll, but you can see it kind of collects into kind of a basin, so it's going to find its way back a little bit.
Yeah, a little too much hate on that last roll, though.
Absolutely.
Caught her on the tree. She'll have a look.
And in years past, they've actually pushed this basket beyond the fence line that you see there, and there's some pretty iconic coverage of Paul Macbeth playing Worlds out here and having to play to that basket in the back. And
Yes.
it's been in this position the last few times that I've played it, so I think this is kind of what they've made the hole now. What a run.
Just all over the basket. Yep, good par for Ashley. Cleaning it up, getting off one of the harder holes.
Yeah, and that's nice, especially after you take a couple of unfortunate mistake strokes on something that's so much shorter, you know, before, kind of build some confidence back.
Yeah, get the momentum going.
Relatively light work for these cleanups here.
Yeah.
Everybody got nice and close on their approach.
There we go. Not too unscathed for such a hard hole. There we go.
All right, here on hole 8, it's going to be kind of hard to see from the camera coverage. You can see those two kind of barren trees where the guy's walking right now. There's actually like a river right there that you have to throw over the top of. You can see the OB line left and right. So even at 315 feet, it's a pretty daunting task, and most of these players are going to be aiming to get shy of that river that you have to throw over. And even for players that have the distance to get beyond that, most are going to want to opt for a layup, because once you do clear that river to the green, there's, once again, as Blue Lake likes to have, there's just OB all around it. So
Yeah. For distance shots, the forehand right here is a great line just to do that kind of safe left to right. But yeah, in this case, they're opting for the backhand, and just did not get out of the shrubbery. She'll be playing from further back, but
and like it's hard to see here because this camera angle, but again, they are throwing over an absolute canyon. It's not very wide, so to speak, but right about where you see the OB flags in front of them, you can kind of see one here. It drops down dramatically, so hopefully that cleared.
yeah, that one looked to drop when you didn't see it in the camera. I'm not sure how that played out.
Another great forehand up from Gabrielle. She's really dialing those in.
With the scrambles, yeah.
Okay, there you have a little bit of a better view where you can see it just drops off behind them there. And it goes all the way down into some less than ideal water. You don't really want to take a swim down there. Maybe more of a mud bath.
Yes. Yeah, don't think that's... They maintain a lot of the course, but not that.
Good par from Christina there.
Yeah, bogey from that unfortunate OB.
All right, hole 9, 525 feet. This one's pretty straightforward. It is another hole that has some OB that changes the shape of the fairway once you clear this initial drive. You are throwing over a bit of a hill. Once it gets down there, it flattens out and then almost turns into like a peninsula kind of hole. It tightens up for a little tunnel and then opens up to like an island style green, but it's definitely one that you can attack. As long as you get open on the first shot, you're going to have every angle necessary to attack your second shot. It just depends on how much you want to push it, whether you're going to try to land all the way on the green or just lay it up to kind of the pathway that they leave for you there.
Yeah, looks like another rude hole of Blue Lake. All about the placement shots, and whether or not that's good determines, well, the next few shots.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This one's right on the edge of the OB, so not sure if she stayed safe or not.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that. Or she just got very, very lucky.
And as you can see down there, all the short grass, again, you know, going back to Blue Lake's design principles, short grass is in, long grass is out, and you can see what I was talking about earlier, to where it really pinches it down to like a narrow walkway leading to the pin. And that walkway is, I would have to guess, 35 to 50 feet long, and then it opens up into like an island style green.
Wow, Gabrielle risking it. And
seemingly cleared it, yeah.
yeah, God, a little risky there. She's really got those second shot scrambles. That's been kind of the
100%
gameplay. I like it. Actually looking to do the same.
Oh my goodness.
Almost ringing it up from, my God, like 150 feet.
Yeah, you can't be much more accurate than that.
Jeez.
Basket needs some new hands. That should have stuck.
Seriously. Just keep it to him.
But again, you can see clearing that little pathway there. Once you're there, it is again similar to an island green in the sense that just OB encircles the entire green.
Here and miss.
Lining up to capitalize on that scramble golf she's been playing all day.
Great to finish out the front nine, but
Little low, little left, but hitting some metal, so take the positives when you can.
yes.
That one just a little high, maybe kind of keying in on what she saw Gabrielle miss, and that'll sometimes happen, especially when you're kind of trying to find that groove. If you see a player make a mistake, you want to almost counter their mistake.
Oh my god, okay.
That was just a little too quick fire on that one, I think.
Yeah. Have to shake that one off for the back nine.
And that's why I'm such a stickler for routine, that it doesn't matter if it's a 90-foot putt or a 9-foot putt. I'm going through the motions every time.
Yes, yeah. Especially in these very clutch moments, you have to take every putt seriously and not ever second guess.
You never know, that putt could be the difference between that 10,000 and a pro card, so a tour card. You definitely want to, if you put yourself in that mentality for every putt, you're going to be a better putter for sure.
Definitely, they're thinking about it. Well, that was the front nine. That was a lot of action, a lot of good scrambles, some throws. Here we got some of the front nine scores here. Got +7, +10, +8, +9 for the whole card. Looks like the leads have stayed the same, and but that might change.
Definitely, and thank you, Gatekeeper, for subcontracting this coverage. Check out fairwaymedia.golf. There's some discs, some stickers to support the channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, share it, tell your mom, your grandma, your neighbor, even if you don't like them. Get them to the channel. Let them know about disc golf out here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, baby, let's grow the sport, and we'll see you on the back nine.